Welcome back, everyone. There's that certain buzz, that hum of excitement that always builds around these big sporting events, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. You can almost feel it in the air.
Yeah, anticipation, national pride, all of it. And right now, for cricket fans, all eyes are really turning towards India's preparations for the Asia Cup 2025.
Definitely.
It gets you thinking, doesn't it? What really goes into making a team world-class? What are those, essential building blocks?
That's more than just talent, that's for sure.
Exactly. So today, we're going to dive deep into that very question regarding Team India. We're going beyond the headlines, beyond the scores. Okay, let's unpack this. We want to get into the real insights, the machinery behind their readiness. And our source today is a really interesting update from the Cricket Buzz podcast, dated September 6th. It gives a great peek behind the curtain at the training camp.
Right. And our mission here, for you listening, is basically to pull out the most important nuggets from that report. We want to give you that clear sort of insider's view. What's the team's readiness like? What are the dynamics, the strategy? Because it's not just about what they're doing in practice, right? It's understanding why it matters for how they'll actually perform. Hopefully give you some of those aha moments.
Nailed it. Okay, so let's paint the picture. Team India. They've kicked things off in Dubai, and according to Cricket Buzz, the mood in the camp, electric, just electric.
High energy from the start, then.
Seems like it. And a big part of setting that tone, that initial vibe, came from the head coach, Gautam Gambhir. He gave them a really powerful, quite direct message. Whenever you play for your country, it's an opportunity you must never take lightly.
Wow. Straight to the point.
Direct. Clear. And, for a team like India, that message probably carries a lot of weight, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. What strikes me there is, well, it's the significance of that message coming from Gambhir. Think about his background, fiercely competitive. And India, well, they've sometimes struggled with that final mental hurdle in big tournaments, haven't they?
Yeah, that's often been the narrative, the pressure of knockout games.
Exactly. So Gambhir's message, it's not just, general motivation. It feels like he's directly addressing that psychological challenge. His whole playing career was about that uncompromising directness. Now he's using that same persona as coach.
Right.
It's like he's saying, okay, accountability starts now. Every single moment, every drill, it's all building towards something. No excuses.
Laying down the law, essentially, reminding them of the stakes.
Pretty much. It's setting a standard for mental toughness, reminding them of the weight of representing 1 billion people long before the first ball. It's more than just lifting energy. It feels like redefining that mental fortitude.
You can really feel the purpose behind that.
Yeah.
Setting that psychological stage. Okay, so that's the mindset piece. But what about the actual on-field action? Let's shift to the batting. The Cricket Buzz update said the nets were buzzing, really intense.
Okay, good sign.
And 2 names really jumped out, described as young guns, Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson.
Ah, interesting choices. Both known for attacking play.
Apparently, yeah. They put on a real power-hitting exhibition. The report specifically noted they were clearing the ropes with ease, hitting 6s, 4s, just effortlessly.
So basically teeing off.
Seems like it. It feels like more than just practice. It feels like a clear statement about how India wants to play, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And, it really points towards maybe an evolution in their T20 strategy. Seeing players like Sharma and Samson, who are naturally aggressive, getting highlighted like this, it suggests a clear philosophy. India wants to play bold, fearless cricket.
Fearless cricket. That's the buzzword these days in white ball formats.
It is. And you need it with the high strike rates required now. But it does raise an important question, doesn't it?
Which is?
Well, power hitting is great. It's exciting. But how does that translate across a whole tournament? Different pitches, different pressures,
Right. Adaptability is key, too.
Exactly. The challenge is finding that balance. Knowing when to attack, maybe in the power play, versus, say, the middle overs where you might need to consolidate.
So calculated aggression, not just swinging wildly.
Precisely. Calculated aggression. Making sure fearlessness doesn't become recklessness when the pressure's really on. But it's definitely a sign they're backing these dynamic hitters, maybe a shift from some older approaches.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Fearless but smart. Okay, so batting sounds aggressive, intentional. Let's slip to the other side, the pace attack. The report said they were on fire.
Always good to hear about the bowlers.
And it spotlighted 2 huge names, Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya. Yeah, emphasizing their serious intensity. And it reinforced that India's fast bowling unit is considered world-class. That's a strong claim.
It is, but arguably justified. if you connect this to the bigger picture, like modern cricket,
Huh.
a strong pace attack is just fundamental, isn't it? Especially in tournaments.
Absolutely. You need wicket takers and bowlers who can control the run rate.
And what makes Bumrah and Pandya and that whole unit so good isn't just individual skill, though they have loads of that. It's how they complement each other.
How so?
Well, Bumrah, his action is unique, hard to pick, and those Yorkers he bowls, pinpoint. Especially crucial in the death overs.
Lethal at the death? Yeah.
Totally. He's incredibly difficult to get away. Then you have Hardik. He brings that pace, swing, but also that vital all-round ability.
And he could break partnerships in the middle overs too, right?
Exactly. He can change the game in that middle phase. Plus, he adds batting depth. So you have Bumrah for the death, Hardik impacting the middle, plus others. It's a potent mix.
Power play, middle overs, death overs. They seem to have bases covered.
That's the idea. It gives them options to attack, defend, control. It really backs up that aggressive batting strategy. You need bowlers who can defend totals or restrict opponents if the batters go hard. It's about that overall pressure.
It really does paint a picture of depth and versatility in the pace department. Okay, but we know preparation isn't just about the drills, the physical grind.
So true. The mental side is huge.
And the vibe, too. Cricket Buzz threw in a fun little detail about Hardik Pandya. Apparently, he turned up sporting a new, trendy hairstyle.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
Described as a sharp fade with a stylish top streak. Classic Hardik, right? It caught the fans' attention. Just him bringing that swagger.
Yeah, that sounds like Hardik. Confidence personified.
Both on and off the field.
Yeah.
But it also hints at something maybe deeper about player well-being and confidence. Because, speaking of that, the report also made a point about mental freshness.
Ah, okay. That's crucial.
Yeah, specifically mentioned Bumrah and Hardik actually took some time off before arriving to make sure they were, fully recharged.
That's really interesting and important.
It's not just physical conditioning, is it? It's preparing the mind, too.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating there is how those two things kind of play together. You've got Hardik's flair, his swagger. That's part of his confidence, and it probably rubs off on the team, right?
Yeah, it can be infectious.
It really can. It's part of his identity, maybe even intimidates opponents a bit. But then, on the flip side, you have this very deliberate decision by him and Bumrah to take a break.
Right. That's not always something you hear about publicly.
Exactly. And it's not weakness. It's mature. It shows they, and the management, understand that performing under that intense pressure and scrutiny needs more than just physical fitness.
Mental recharging is just as vital as net practice.
Precisely. It means they arrive not just fit, but hopefully mentally sharp, enthusiastic, ready to handle the pressure. It's about looking after the whole athlete, mind and body.
That holistic approach, it makes so much sense. Okay, so if we pull all these threads together, the coach's message, the batting firepower, the bowling intensity, this focus on mental prep. What's the big picture? What's our overall take on India's readiness based on this snapshot? What are those key building blocks we've seen?
Well, pulling it all together from the Cricket Buzz report, it looks like India is putting together a pretty robust set of blocks for this Asia Cup. You start with that foundation, clear motivation from the coach, Gambhir, aimed at building that specific mental toughness, maybe addressing past issues.
Right, setting the tone.
Then you build on that with the explosive batting, the young guys showing intent, signaling that aggressive strategy.
The fearless approach.
Exactly. And that's balanced by the fiery bowling from a genuinely world-class unit that can control different phases of the game.
The counterpunch.
Right. And holding it all together seems to be this confident atmosphere, helped by things like focusing on mental freshness and letting players express themselves.
Like Hardik's hair?
Yeah, even that contributes in a small way. But seriously, these parts aren't separate. They work together. Motivation fuels them. Batting sets platforms. Bowling defends. And the atmosphere helps them execute under pressure.
So it sounds like a team training not just hard, but smart, with a clear plan.
That's the impression you get, a clear vision, aiming for dominance, not just participation.
It really does sound like they're firing on all cylinders, covering all the bases, physical, mental, tactical. We've walked through that high-energy camp, felt Gambhir's message, seen the batting power, analyzed the pace attack's intensity, and even touched on why mental recharge and individual swagger matter. The confidence seems palpable based on the source. So with all these pieces seemingly clicking into place, well, all eyes now shift to that first Asia Cup match, don't they?
They certainly do. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. Considering this blend, we've talked about the intense training, the aggressive batting strategy, that world-class bowling, and the crucial mental preparation. Which single element do you think will ultimately be India's most decisive factor in this Asia Cup? Is it the leadership, the batting firepower, the bowling attack, or maybe that mental edge, that confidence? Something to think about.